Chad's parents divorced when he was very young. He had no memory of the three of them together as a family. During grade school, Chad lived much of the time with his grandparents on his father's side of the family. He remembered his grandfather the best. During World War II, his grandfather had joined the Merchant Marines rather than fighting directly in the war. Chad's father, on the other hand, hoped for a war in which to fight, so he went all the way, as he put it, and joined the U.S. Navy. Grandpa read stories to Chad at bedtime, mostly maritime fiction. Using different voices for different characters, he read about Horatio Hornblower, Jack Aubrey, and young Jim Hawkins. They talked about sailing together when Chad was older. Grandpa took Chad to local Sea Scout meetings and taught him to tie dozens of knots. They climbed into boats that were safely secured to the dock at the Coast Guard station nearby. They studied navigation rules, points of sail, and learned the difference between port and starboard, forward and aft. They practiced calling out commands for tacking, jibing, casting off, and making sail adjustments. Chad was just about to earn his knots badge when his grandfather had a stroke. It was the first of many in the months before he passed away. After his grandfather's death, Chad moved between his mother's house and his grandmother's, where his dad moved after Grandpa's death. During his senior year of high school, Chad's grandmother passed away. He almost didn't graduate. It became clear Chad wasn't going to follow in his father's desire to join the Navy, and neither was he about to dive into college full-time as his mother had hoped. That summer, his father sold the old house. Both Chad's parents moved from Oregon to different states. Chad stayed and bought a sailboat. He used the college money his mom had saved for him to buy a used 30-foot fin-keeled Cascade with the name Arctic Loon painted on the stern. When they were first dating, Abby visited him on the boat, docked at a marina on Hayden Island, about 10 miles north of downtown Portland on the Columbia. She moved aboard after they were married.